Hi guys, my name is Sharmeen Akhtar. I am going to share taxonomy of reflection of managerial communication throughout this video. First of all, I would like to talk about that points and takeouts that I took from this class and I was working on it. And second of all, I would like to thank Professor Patrick that she covered so much great area of manager communication that I really needed to learn. And one more thing, that I was so interested in taking this class for learning that how manager actually communicate with other managers and within the organization. So throughout this class that professor covered some discussion and blogs that was about history or background about the manager communication, what was the importance of the communication. So as one thing that I learned from there, that communication is so much important for an organization, not even organization, I believe everywhere. Within the organization, you need to inform each other. You need to discuss about what's going on, what's the problem, what's the issues, how to solve. With the proper communication, you can easily solve any type of problems. And then second on there was a research managerial communication. In there was an active listening. I learned how important for active listening. So active listening can actually train you to be a top manager or any strong manager, that you really can communicate with your employee properly. And then the third thing we had to discuss about it was how to apply the managerial communication within the business. So professor had an interview with Mr. John Vinny, who was great, top financial manager in Bank of America. He actually shared his own work, that how he communicate with his employee as a top manager. And it's not sometimes being easy to communicate with team, working with a team, but the communication makes it easier, and you need to build trust with your team and being leader for a company. And leadership skill is the great way to communicate with other employees. And the one thing that you need to know your audience, who you're talking to, who you're communicating with. You need to know that who you are telling the story. You need to tell them the story, or you need to think before. You need to use common sense in order to do it. That was a great part. That was a great takeout that I was taking from that video. And then we had a great point, that interesting point about the team case study. I really never had a class like that. This is the first time that I covered the class like that, and I was working. It was so much fascinating and interesting. But to be honest, at the beginning, I was scared that, okay, how is gonna work? But then it did work it out. Actually, I learned how to communicate with my group members. How to talk to them, how to make appointment, or on time properly meeting, making videos, sold out the problem and come up, who is going to do what. It's great skill, learning skill for in this class for communication. And then the first case study and the second case study, they covered, first one covered that micromanaging, and then the second one covered the being creative. They're both important. Micromanaging is one of the great point, that top manager shouldn't do the micromanaging to other manager. They should trust their employee, and then they should give them freedom to do that. And then second one, being creative. As a human, we become so tired and exotic with old stuff. We always look for the new stuff. So as a companies, they should be creative to make new stuff, and so therefore there's a growth for their business. And the great takeout was, as a manager, there's always, you have to be focused on your communication, and you need to know who you're talking to, your audience, and you need to do the great things. The days like today's, because we are going through COVID-19, so many business has been shut down. On top of that, if you cannot communicate with your company, with your employee, with your manager, that is not going to help you anywhere. So you need to be top of the game, and you need to understand what is the problem, what is the issues, and then you come up with the plan and you discuss with your employee, with your managers, and just go from there. So that is a great thing, that takeaways I learned from this class. And then in the future, if I have the manager position, I would like to use that, and then I believe I can create a great success. As I was working as a team, we had a great communication in there, and we did a really great work. So I think it's going to be really helpful and grateful in the future. Thank you all.